talking about credit cards for bad credit, and the first thing that's most relevant is the expense. You know, some of these credit cards are incredibly expensive, and some of them, we're going to go ahead and just go through this because some of them aren't really credit cards. You really need to be careful. The next point is, are you looking for it to build your credit? If so, then you need to be a little extra careful and a little extra cautious, and make sure you watch the rest of this video all the way through, because we're going to go through the full thing here in just 1 second. The next point really is, where is your credit card accepted? And the main reason we mention this is because these catalog shopping merchandise credit cards is what they call them. They'll often advertise bad credit. It'll say credit bureau reporting, singular, and it'll say, you know, no credit check, $500 credit limit. These aren't real credit cards. These turn out to be credit cards, quote unquote, because they're not real credit cards. You can't use them at the gas station. You can't use them at the grocery store. They're only accepted at the company that issues the card. They will sell, you know, kind of like Big Lots TVs and Big Lots electronics and stuff. So in other words, avoid those like the Black Plague. Here are your three real options. Unsecured credit card. That's like a traditional credit card where you're extended a line of credit. This is going to be a little bit more difficult to get, but depending upon your credit score, we would encourage at least probably a 620-ish, you know, probably at least you're going to need, I'm imagining. The next option, and if you have a little bit of money, we would encourage you to use this option, a secured credit card. What you have to do is to secure it with like a down payment that's made with the bank, and that is refundable. It's just there to secure your account. They just hold on to it in case you don't make your payments. But this will be reported to all the credit bureaus. You know, check that just to make sure, but most of them will be reported to all the credit bureaus. It'll be reported as a secured account, but responsible use will still build credit. That's probably the best and cheapest option. It'll have a lower APR. One thing you do want to avoid is these, quote, partially secured credit cards. Some of these interest rates with those credit cards are nauseating. We've seen 36% and even higher. Avoid those. So secured is what you want to use if you want to rebuild your credit. We're going to include a link to all these different types in the description below, or at least unsecured, or a couple of these rather. Prepaid as well is another option if you're just looking for something to avoid paying check cashing fees or purchasing money orders. This is more like a bank debit checking account. But really, those three are your options. To build credit, go with secured. Prepaid is going to be a little bit more cheaper, and that'll give you access, a little bit more inexpensive. That'll give you access to a major MasterCard and Visa that can be accepted online and over the phone.